Welcome back to Odalin's Dungeons of Doom. We're going to do a quick playthrough after we've got it all set up. I changed it a little bit just to kind of make it look a little bit better on camera. Here's what I did. I moved the initiative cards a little bit. I got the initiative board set up with all of our little guys here. I have the actual models on the board now, and I've got our hands drawn. We are playing section 4 of chapter 1. Let's cue the iPad.
You descend a few steps into a flooded chamber. Its knee-deep water is dark and stagnant, an unsettling chill clinging to the air. Along the walls, faded flower symbols are barely visible above the murky waterline. Remnants of a time when the pools, now submerged, served as places of healing and renewal. At the far end, a grand stone altar rests beneath a small waterfall, where a stream of the same darkened water spills into the chamber. Once, sacred herbs were kept beneath the waterfall's flow, but now only a foul, rotting plant mass remains. As you prepare to cross, ripples break the stillness, and 4 bloated vipers rise from the water, their blistered scales marred with decay.
Alrighty. I've got this new quick start that they released. It's really fantastic. And I've got the new keywords and FAQ part, also super handy. And I've got this quick reference guide. So that'll help me remember all the little rules here. I took about a month off to make this insert, so let's see how I do. We come into this room. The rules in this room are they have 6 hit points less than they should, so they start off with 18. Minus 6 is 12, so all the guys are at 12, except for the heavy hitter, which is the Fallen Viper Lord, the red one in the back here, who's got 34. Beginning my round, I take a corruption. We've just come out of Sanctuary, so we're all set up as far as everything else goes. And we've got our hands drawn. They go first. So we're going to look at Viper Sorcerer. Viper Sorcerer, I know the picture doesn't match. Just bear with us. So he's going to go for the closest hero. He's going to move up to 4. He's going to give it 2 corruption and 2 damage. And he's going to also target any other hero that happens to be standing next to him. Well, I'm not standing next to each other, because I'm tired of that effect hurting me. This is green circle. Green circle is right there. Range 6 does not need to move, so he does not move. And so she just takes 2 damage and 2 corruption. 1, 2. And 2 damage. Pretty quick turn. All right, let's see what she can do. So we've got a nice attack here. Range 3. I can hit him right from where I'm standing. That'd be a good thing to do. I've got an area of effect attack, which could actually hit 2. Well, that's interesting. Range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 4x4 area. I could hit. I don't think I can hit all 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh? No, I can't hit more than 2, but I can definitely hit 2. That'd be handy. We're probably going to do this one. We have a smaller area of effect attack, which will only hit 1. We're not going to do that. And we're going to target all area enemies within 2. So we would need to move up and get a little bit closer. I can double all the positive. I can heal. I can do a lot of extra damage if I do an extra crit hit. So I might actually do that. All right, let's do it. She is going to do 2 different things. she's going to do Torment of the Meek. Okay. So she is going to take a corruption, put an action token on the card. That way I remember that I did that. It's really helpful for me. I'm going to do 5 damage plus 4 if I store a critical hit this turn. Range 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can put my thing here and do 4x4 and attack those two. And I also get a soul. And then she's going to use her attack here, which is 2 more corruption. 1, 2. It's going to do 10 divided by 2. And so that's 5, obviously, if I manage to hit. So let's see if I can manage to hit. All right, so I got 2 more corruption. Wow, zousers. I know what I'm going to do with my last action. And I got 3 crit. These guys have a defensive 1, so it's not enough to crit because I need to have gotten 4. So I've got 3 plus 5 damage. So I'm doing 8 damage to green circle and blue circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they're at 4. And as my last action, I'm going to take 3 hit points of damage. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to reduce my corruption by 2. I've still got 2 cards in hand. And that's the end of her turn. Who's going to go next? Well, she's pretty much tapped out. Alrighty, so let's look here at my cards here for Tuscan. See if Tuscan wants to go. This is a fun attack, but that's really sort of a really strong one. This is good for moving in a straight line. All right, we are going to do this. And we're going to do this. All right, so Tuscan hits pretty darn hard. We're probably going to need to cleanse corruption just like we did with this guy. So I'm going to, I'm going to take a damage. And for each square forward, in a straight line I move, I do plus 2 damage. Then I'm going to move 5. Which will be a little challenging, but we're going to do it. And then I'm going to attack range 2. So let's go ahead and move 5. So the room says it's difficult terrain, which is plus 1 movement. So 1, 2, 3. It's 2 to move out of his range of control, but not 2 to move inside of it. So I can go here, 4, 5. And then I'm going to attack range 2, and I'm going to attack blue hexagon. Let's see how we do. Oh boy, blue hexagon is going to be hurting. So I've got 3, 4, 5, and 5 crit, and the defensive 1. So I do my crit damage. So I definitely have a crit. I also have this card. This is a new card I just got, where all of the blood, the damage on the dice tokens are doubled. So I've got 6 plus 4 is 10. Oops, I got to take corruption. So 10 plus 3 is 13. Plus 2 for each square I move forward. So blue hexagon is just eliminated. Night night, sweet prince. So that takes the next guy out of the sequence, which is always handy to do. My second action. Make sure I paid for everything. I spent my 1. Yeah, that's it. Now I'm going to use my last action. Whoops, I had a reduction of 2, but I still way over damaged him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to reduce my corruption by 2. 4, 3 hit points. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's an end of the round effect. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't the beginning of the round. So that's the end of his turn. We're now going to go off to the Fallen Viper Lord. He's going to no attack this turn. Increase this villain's damage. It does by 15. Whoa. Don't reshuffle it. Okay, we don't like that. We're going to leave that there besides that. Okay, it's Tuscan's turn. Now, Tuscan doesn't get to... I forgot to draw 3. So when I did Tuscan out of order, I should have drawn 3 because the Amulet of Power says draw 3 cards. I forgot to do that, so we're going to have 3 cards for Tuscan. Pretend I did that earlier. All right, can Tuscan get up there and deal with the red guy? No, he cannot. Well, this is nice. I could move 3 and ignore all reduction to terrain. So that would be 1, 2, 3, which actually gets me there. So we are going to collect up our action tokens. We're going to discard our cards. And we are going to go panic hit that thing. That. 1, 2, 3. I get a soul. Now. Not flanking, so I can't do that. Oh, we're going to do this straight line again. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay. We're going to do this again. Okay. Before he moved away, she's going to do this and use up 2 souls to give him a invigorated token. Oh, she doesn't have an action token. Never mind. Can't do it. Got to remember to save those action tokens. That's one of the nice things about why I leave them on the cards, is to remind me to do that. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I moved 3 squares in a straight line. I'm going to hit. I don't have any additional crit bonuses this time. So now I need to do it the hard way. How did I do? I got a 4, 5. His defense is 1, so I definitely crit. I got 4 hit off the dice, so that's 8. I have to pay this soul before I do anything else. Remember to do that. So 8 plus 3 is 11. Plus I moved 3 squares straight forward, plus, so that's 6. So that's 17. Okay. -2 because I am weakened, because I've got a big heavy shield. What else can I do? I'm going to use my Locket of Longing, and I'm going to reduce this and get rid of this token. That's my last action. All right, we're going to move. And I'm going to see if I can get set up to do a cleave here. I need to check a rule real quick. So remind me to pause the video while I check the rules, because that's boring. So I'm going to move 3. This is 1. I'm going to exit a square adjacent to a villain, 2, 3. And now I am within 1 of those 2. That's the end of my turn. Now it's his turn again. We're going to draw 3 cards. And we're going to take a look at what we just got. I'm pretty sure we're going to do this cleave. So we just got a nice guard. Ooh, that's pretty handy. Probably do that. This is also pretty handy. And that's pretty handy, but we don't need to do any of that. So we are going to reclaim our tokens. We're going to discard our cards. We are going to do this. Do 2 damage to all enemies within 2. So he takes 2. And he takes 2. We are going to take a soul. We're going to spend a corruption. A hero within 4 gains +2 and may reroll up to 2 attack dice, 1 each, can be used after the attack roll. Let's not do that. Let's hang on to that, and we will use it after. Let's go ahead and attack and see if we need it. We're going to do this one. Oh, I could kill him or I could just do it. Yeah, we're going to do that. This is more fun. We're going to do Gambler Strike. We're going to take Corruption, which is 2. I get 2 black dice. I get -1 hit per corruption rolled. Anything is doubled, and I've got a reroll card in the bank. So I've got a nice big wallop of a hand, and we're going to see if we can kill that red guy. He's plus 15 damage, and I don't want to take that much damage. I probably should be using the dice tray. What does everyone think? All right. So let's go through this. -1 hit per corruption rolled. So I rolled 1 corruption. So I lost a hit. These two cancel each other out, although I can re-roll these guys. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, which is enough to hit, but I don't have enough damage here to kill him. So we are going to do this. We're going to gain another corruption. We're going to gain +2 damage, and we're going to re-roll 2 attack dice. All right, so we got 2 and 2. All right, so now we've got plenty. All right, so that's 5. 6, that's plenty of crit to actually crit, so we crit him. We did 2 plus 2, so that's 4 base damage, plus 3 for the crit is 7, plus 8 is 15. Took. Tuscan almost got him. And that's the end of Tuscan's turn. Viper Sorcerer. I did everything, yeah? Okay, Viper Sorcerer. Closest hero, which is going to be Tuscan, takes 2 corruption, 2 damage. And he discards a card. Well, he's going to discard all the cards in here in a second anyway. That's the end of his turn. I really like how fast the enemies are. Okay, beginning of the turn, we collect up all of our action tokens. We discard all of our cards. We draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. We discard our cards. Tuscan can go through his whole deck in a turn, as can Emanuele. It just kind of depends on who I'm trying to use. Emanuele does a better job of sort of spread out area effect attacks. You saw one earlier. Tuscan does a better job of close-in area of attacks. Okay, the green circle. Favorite sorcerer. Most distant hero targets all heroes within 4. Pull 3 of the targets. They discard a card and gain slowed. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, pull 3. 1, 2, 3. They discard a card and gain slowed. Which card do I want to discard? So she's got a bunch of healing and an effect. All right, so we've got 2 healings. We're going to keep the upgraded one. We're going to discard this one. All right, that's his turn. Now it's her turn. Oh, I love this card right here. So this card says an ally within 3 loses 3 health, but gains 4 empowered tokens. Ugh, I don't need to do that. That's a waste. You know what? We're gonna play this safe. because he's going to be able to kill both these guys in a turn. So she is just going to... Oh, no, there's 3. There's still 3 on the board. How am I going to get these guys all dead? Can she kill that guy? Okay, so she's going to do this, and she's going to take out the Fallen Viper Lord. 2 damage, so it's just a finger prick, but that's all he's got. And it's range 5. So she's 5 away because the other guy pulled her. And off we go. Let's see how this goes. Oops. So she got 2 hits. He's got a defensive 1, so she hit. She does 3, he's dead. Off we go. She's got some more moves, but there's nothing really I want to do. I don't really want to move. Actually, maybe I do. Yes, I want to move. All right, so we're going to spend a token moving. 1, 2. And then we're going to spend another token moving away from this guy. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to get to a door and get the heck out of here, because we're taking damage, which we forgot to take. At the end of the round, we're supposed to gain a poison token. And poison token, at the end of a turn, I take 2. So now she takes 2 damage. Okay. We're going to spend the hero amulet on Tuscan. Tuscan's going to run around again. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully he can move and get that guy. All right, we have a nice pull. Actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. Almost assuredly we're going to do that pull. We have a move, which is also handy. And we have a this thing, all combatants within 2. All right, this is pretty straightforward turn. Okay, so step 1 is we're going to pull. So we gain a corruption, and we gain a soul. We pull an enemy within 8, so we're going to pull this guy. 1, we're pulling 3. 1, 2, right next to us. We're going to do that card in a second, and then we're going to attack here. We gain 2 corruption. 1, 2. All enemy combatants within that. As long as I hit, I basically kill both of them. We lost our 2 black dice. Did I manage to hit? Well, I got 2. They have a defensive 1, so they're dead, but I did get that corruption. Now, they're both dead. Off we go. That's the end of his... No, not quite the end of his turn. So he's got 3 movement points. Because he's got 3 movement points on that card. I just killed him with a chaos. Their order. So I should get 2 souls. I should be doing this that I keep forgetting to do. I'm going to... I forget. I'm just going to not count the other 2 that I did, and I'm not going to count the other stuff I did. We'll do that better in the next room. It's been a minute since I played the game. I'm sorry. But we'll cover that in detail, and we will get that right next. Maybe think about a way to remind myself of the old flag. Okay. Which door do I want to go out? I think I want to go out the same door that Manueli is. So I've got my 3. 1, 2, 3 as my next action. As my last action, I'm going to use a basic move and pop open the door. And the door's open. That's the end of my turn. I'm going to take my 2 damage. Because everybody's dead, these tokens come off. Back into the box with you. We'll need weakened again because we'll start a combat here any second. You just watch. And now we're going to show setting up a new room. Whew, talking while playing is really challenging. We're going to clean up all of the action tokens first, clean up all of the cards first. We've got to get this place neat and tidy. We're going to discard all of our cards. Discarding, cleaning up action tokens. Get our initiative cards. Let's find out who's in the next room.
You open the door to a chaotic scene. Shelves of alchemical supplies all in disarray. Vials shattered, herbs and powders strewn across the floor. Slumped against the wall, a viper folk woman is bound and gagged, her eyes darting toward you. Above, a gaping hole in the ceiling lets in a faint shaft of light, a clear sign of a recent break-in. Two men in desert cloaks rummage through the remains, tossing aside ingredients with growing frustration.
They lied to us!
One snarls.
Nothing but trash here! We lost our shot at the temple!
The other whips around, snapping.
It's your fault. They're getting back at you for cheating at cards.
He stops as he spots you at the door.
Brother, we've got company.
He growls, both men turning, drawing their bows, their arrowheads engraved with flaming runes.
Well, this is interesting. I have not fought these guys before. Actually, let's do it in the close-up camera. We're just going to stack up on top here. We're going to consume those two. Everybody reduce their thing by 2. Okay. So I'm going to put these guys back together so that all of the initiative cards and their villain movement cards are together inside of this little tray. This is the level 18 hit point version. And it's probably not a spoiler, but there's a 40 hit point version in the game. That's the 16 mob. So we might see that guy fairly soon. We're going to put the Viper Fallen Ward in here. Again, 40 hit point version. I like the fact that they put the mini on there. There's the 4 version base. Now there's a 21. Look at that, 100 hit points. That's going to be a pain. All right, off we go. We're going to put our minis back in the box. So looking at the tray, there's hex on one side and circle on the other. We just slot these guys in. They drop in nicely. If you're a painter, what they're doing is they're grabbing the base of the model, so that your paint doesn't touch the insert as much as possible. Now we need to find 7. So we're going to stack those up. Maybe we'll see some more of those guys. We've been fighting them quite a number of rooms, so maybe we're kind of through that. We're going to see a new class of monster. So here's the next tray. I sleeve my cards as I go. I'm not going to make you guys stop and wait for me to sleeve these guys, so we're going to play them unsleeved. Please don't break it into a rash. It'll be fine. It's important for me to test the insert both ways, so I like to do that. These guys have 25 hit points. There's the little figure. These are 7. And if we look at our little book, we need 7 circle and 7 circle. So we need this guy. We need this guy. Don't need that guy. Here are their maneuver cards. This is my first time seeing these guys, so I don't know what they're going to do. This will be fun and interesting for everyone. That goes back in the box. Again, higher level version behind. Here we go. We need the circle versions. Just going to grab them straight out. These guys kind of stick over the top there a little bit. So you need to be a little gentle with these, but they work just fine. And it's actually still nicer than the main insert. Kind of a fun little character with a big dramatic arrow pose. Again, stackable. We're going to stack this box on top of our snake box to keep our table space under control. Now we need tile 1. We'll grab our map tiles. Move manually off. These off. We're going to put this back on the tiles. This comes off. Comes off. This comes off. This comes off. We're going to hang on to this because we're going to need it later. And we're going to look here, move in front of the camera so you guys can see it up close. So I just put the sanctuary tile back here. I've got one set of sanctuary tiles small, I got one set of sanctuary tile big, and then I've got the ones. So I'm just going to pull them all out. So I've got 1B, 1B, 1B. We're looking for this one. Is this which way? We went this way. So we're looking for 1B this way. This is a Rune of Power, which is a terrain advantage that gives monsters extra hurt. And so you notice that this kind of flops open and it's a little easier to grab things as you work through the dungeon. That's by design, so that it's easy to get to things. You could put stuff back if you want it to be a little bit more vertical and rigid. I've taken as many as 6 or 7 out of there, and it's still more than tall enough and rigid enough to support what it needs to do. So here's this. We need green circle here. We need blue circle here. Oh, we need terrain. Okay, we open this door. So we're going to take that off. Put that back. We're just going to set that there. We need 2 chests. Again, we'll do this in front of the camera so it's easy to see. So the chests are all stored in this terrain box. We're going to grab a chest. We're going to grab a chest. These chest tokens are shuffled. So I just pull them straight out. And the tokens that are associated with the various things are stored. Hopefully you can see that okay. So like the barrel tokens are with the barrels. Here are the barrels. That's the idea. We'll get the NPC tokens in a second. Let's get these chests down. We need 3 NPC tokens. One that goes here. Blood-covered table. That seems safe. Bound woman. Hopefully she doesn't die. My guess is they're going to try and kill her. And then we need that guy. And we have a table with some books and stuff on it. So Tuscan got there first. Where does Tuscan want to go? We're going to put Tuscan. We're going to put Tuscan here. And we're going to put her there. Again, not standing next to each other because I'm tired of effects that don't do damage to both of us. She does not have very many hit points, and there are kind of a shockingly few number of things in this game that can heal yourself. You can heal other people really effectively, or she can anyway. But shockingly few. Now, what I forgot to do in the previous room was the most important thing about all of these rooms, as I forgot to draw equipment cards and consumable cards. So I've got these guys here. By the way, the room's all set up. I'm just doing this out of order because I'm out of habit. But that's pretty fast. We're going to draw 2 equipment cards. We got, ooh, this isn't sleeved. I took it out of the sleeves for photographs. Believe it or not, I do sleeve my cards. General Hashan's target. Wow, that's quite nice. 6 strength, I guess, is what that is. So I would hit much, much harder. I would lose a bunch of defense compared to the shield I currently have. And a little bit of offense, but I'd have a lot more base damage. And I would have a little bit more movement. So I might actually want to switch to this. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to think about it. Let's see what else we got. We had a flaming saber. Well, if I didn't already have an amazing sword, this would be definitely what I would want to do. Deal 5 to all other enemies within 2 of the target. I might still want to do that. Wow, that's just pretty amazing. So this gives me a nice AoE ability, and you saw that he runs up to the front and gets into the fur ball as what he does. That's a really amazing combination of cards. I'm going to pull them out though. I've got them here. I'm storing them face up in the bottom of the tray, and I have a little stash divider right here. It sits down here, and that way I can keep track of which of these loot cards I've seen. And I'm going to think about those 2 loot cards, and potentially switch to them. And I need to check the rules to see if I can do that mid-combat. I always forget if I can do that. I know I can for consumables, but I don't know if I can for equipment. I'm probably about to drink my healing potions. This card is also not sleeved. Fixed. We're going to draw 2 consumables. So this is gain 3 movement points. This is heal 4. Okay, so what I tend to do, actually, is I tend to use the healing potions in particular literally the second I get them. So Manueli is down, well, they're all going to be down 1 more because they're going to start their turn. So Manueli, and we're doing this in the previous room, so I'm going to charge myself the hit point, but I'm not going to charge myself the action token, because the action tokens reset when I encounter the enemies and open the door. I'm going to go ahead and use Manueli's 8-point healing potion here and push her back up to 40. That gives her a second +4, and he is going to drink his +4. Off we go. Now, the rules say, and this is how I'm interpreting them, is that when you use a consumable, it goes back into the consumable deck. And that makes a lot of sense because there just aren't very many of them. And because I use my healing potions like all the time, what happens is I end up seeing them a lot more often than other potions, which is an interesting game balance thing. I'm not 100% sure that's the right rule, but that's how I read the rule book, and that's what makes sense to me. We're going to stack our little guys back up here. Off we go. So their hit point tokens are in the right spot. We need to get their hit point tokens in the right spot. Let's pick up our rest of our terrain. Terrain. We're going to move the door, put the door back. Keep that over here. We're going to keep those over there. We've got these guys. Shuffle these. These guys have 25 hit points. They have 1 order because they're alive. And they have 1 defense. And there's something about flaming arrows in the instructions that I will read more closely. Let's look at these cards real quickly. So that's the initiative card. I need to get sleeves for those guys. Be right back. So we are out of the poison room, which is great. I like that very much. Every time an archer attacks, it pushes us 3, so that pushes us away. So we're going to need to figure out a way to get the heck up there, or at least stay within range. Manueli shouldn't have too much trouble, although she doesn't want to get pushed back into the previous room, otherwise she'll start taking damage again. So I need to remember that. So I probably should put I'll put the other map tile there, and we need to get Tuscan up there as hard and as fast as we can go. We'll move some things around. And we're going to sleeve some cards. So I've been using these sleeves here. I've also tested it with a premium sleeve equivalent, and both sizes fit within the tray. I'm going to sleeve the initiative cards only, just for time. That way that when I shuffle them with our other initiative cards, everything will shuffle evenly and fairly. All right. So here are our initiative cards. There we go. I'm thinking about that shield and sword. That's pretty shocking that I managed to get that. Both those look really nice. It's an amazing combo. And I've actually got some more of that set, and so I probably should take a break and look at that set and just find out what I can do there. Okay. Let me keep this up here. I know that I'm not going to be doing anything other than just sort of hanging out here, so I'm just going to stack cards on top there. Oh, y'all are in big trouble. Okay. So Tuscan won the draw. It's really fascinating how much going first matters in this game. I need to get their things in the right spot. Green circle and blue circle. Okay. Tuscan opens. Beginning of combat. We take a corruption. Take a corruption. We're at 0 here on the power track. We're going to remember to do that correctly. Oh, there's only 2 here. He's going to use his reaction here to clear this token. And reduce that by 1. And draw 4 cards. And she needs 4 cards. Just for fun, we're going to look and see what kind of instance we have. So she's got a hero, gains 1 soul per positive condition token on it. Not useful yet. We've got soul, place a hand from your discard pile into your hand. Not usable on your turn. This means that you can only put an instant in your hand. That's weird. We can copy the effects of another instant. So we're going to remember that we've got that because maybe we want to copy an effect that he's got. Let's look at his hands. Okay. We have our favorite cleave. If we can get up there, that'd be handy. Do we have our movement card? We do not have our movement card. We've got Gambler Strike, our other favorite card. Oof. So this gives me 5 movement. I move 2 plus 3. The little white dot here on the board, which I'm sure is impossible to see from the overhead and from the angled cam, means that it's 2 movement because it's rubble. So to get here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's do it. So we're going to spend 1 on a movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to check to make sure I remember what that runic power circle does, but I believe it gives me additional damage. That's my first action. As my second action, because only the penitent may pass, I'm going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and reduce my corruption by 2. And then I'm going to do this. Now this says I move 3. I'm going to interpret that as I could have only moved 1 for my movement and then done my last 3 points, so I don't need to move at all, because the damage is not proportional based on how much I move. This attack targets all enemies. Let's hold it up to the camera so you can see. Within 1 square of me. So I've got 2 enemies within 1 square of me. It's going to do 6 damage. It costs me a corruption. Boom. So I take a corruption, and it does 6. I use my attack dice, 2 red and blue. Okay, very solid hit. I have my reroll die, which would let me reroll the other 2, but I have no ability to use it. All right, let's do the math. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6 damage. I get 3, but that's not enough to crit because I have a defense of 1. I don't have my reroll. I took my corruption, so I do 6 damage. Ooh. 19. And I did it to both of them, which is always a good time. I also had potions that I could have used to gone faster too. Huh. I need to remember that I've got those potions. I'm so focused on using healing potions, I don't really think of them. All right, now it's her turn. So I can attack people in a line. Sadly, they're impossible for me to do. That's useless. I can attack range 4, do a pretty solid bang. I could reduce his corruption by quite a bit. We're going to do that, but we're going to do that in a minute. Okay, so we're going to hang on to 1. Hang on to 2. Okay, we're just going to do Witch's Bolt. So I'll explain to you what I'm doing here in a second because it's kind of fun. We're going to do this whole multiplayer thing. We're going to take 2 corruption. We're going to do 6 damage within range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get +2 hit. Don't miss. Oh. So good thing I got that +2 hit because that gives me 3. I don't have a reroll, but I did 3. So I did 6 damage to him, +0. Didn't get a crit. That is blue circle. Okay, let's find out what these guys do. So green circle, what does he do? So he's going to attack the closest hero. 34 hit points. Ignore any effects that will reduce or prevent this attack damage, including defense rolls. Holy. That is a nightmare. So who is the closest hero? Well, thankfully it's the dude with some hit points. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. Wow. And 20, 30. I mean, that's insane. Okay, well, time for her to heal. Oh, sheesh. And it does push 3. So 1. Oh, Rune of Power. Rune of Power. If we're going to play that way, I need to find out what Rune of Power does. So look here, we have a Chaos Rune. When it dies inside of there, we get +2 corruption versus +2 soul. So that doesn't help us in terms of doing damage. Okay. Wow, a 34. I'm shocked. That would have killed Manueli outright, potentially, depending on how I've been running her. Now, I'm glad I saw that early, because that's just terrifying. Okay, so we're going to push 3. He's going to push away, so 1, 2, 3. Right back to where we started. Who wants to go next? Well, if this is the kind of damage people are doing, Manueli's going next, because I'm not putting up with that madness. But before I do that, I'm going to play some instants, because I'm going to play on his turn. We're going to play an instant, which gains a soul. And I'm going to pull this card from the discard pile. She was going to do pen in it, because I meant to do that too. So there's her turn. So now we're going to do hero action. She's going to go. I pick up my 3 tokens. These go into a discard. I'm now going to shuffle. 1, 2. I mean, 3 damage. 34 damage. No defense. Wow. Okay. What kind of healing can we do and how can we do it? There we go. That's what we're looking for. So I can do this first. That sounds good. An ally within range 4. So I'm going to do that for sure. reduce his corruption. I can heal an ally within 2. I can give him that. Let's walk through what we're doing. So we are going to do this first. So they range 4, they gain -1 for each other card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That takes them down to 0 corruption, which is just a breath of fresh air. We're then going to, an ally loses 3 and gains 4 empowered tokens. So he's going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. He's going to gain 4 empowered tokens. 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 or 4? 4. I just upgraded this card. It's pretty damn awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then we're going to cast Heal on him. So we're going to do Heal 4 plus Sacred Healing. Sacred Healing is just basically I attack him. And he doesn't defend. Oh. So I gain a corruption, because why not? Don't roll against defense. Oh, let's read the rules. So Secret Healing, don't roll against defense. Instead, for each combination of 2 of those, it heals 1, including all bonus. So I'm going to do, I've got 4, so that's 2, and then I've got 3 little 3 little blood drops, which is another 1, so that's 3, plus 4 is 7. But. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She can keep that up pretty much the whole combat. So as long as he doesn't get hit with another ridiculous thing like that, we'll be fine. Now the challenge is if she's getting hit at the same time with that kind of virulence, we're going to be in big trouble. All right, whose turn is it? It is blue 7. Maybe I should have sleeved the cards. The game's angry at me. Closest hero, 14, range 6, ignoring any effects that would reduce damage, including defense rolls. The villain moves 2 away from the target. But there's nowhere for you to move to. Green is closest to that guy. Oh boy. Wow. Tuscan is just getting hammered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Don't die. Whose turn do we want it to be? These guys cannot stay alive. This is just not kosher. I just powered up Tuscan. Tuscan could probably run up and kill at least 1. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to reclaim our tokens. We're going to discard a card. We're going to remember that we double our damage. We draw 3 cards. 1. Let's see what we got. We can pull an enemy, which is always a lot of fun. We can gain a guard token. I'm starting to really, really appreciate having that sort of thing. Although that says no damage reduction effect. That's just, I mean, those things are going to wipe me out. You're going to see me lose an entire room because of that stuff. Ravaging Raid. That's not going to help. We gain Toughened. Oh, here's our movement. We're going to need that. Do we have any sort? Oh, here's our buddy Cleave, and here's our buddy that. We've got our reroll. Okay, watch Cleave go. This is what we're going to do. We're going to hang on to our reroll just in case. So we're going to move 3, ignoring any reduction, including enemies and terrain. So 1, 2, 3. We're right back there, and he's going to cleave. Bam. He's going to do 8 damage. Targets take half total damage. Do not miss. But I've got my reroll banked. Oh. Nighty night, sweet princes. Okay, yeah, they're all going to be dead. All right, so I just got 6 crit, which is enough to do crit damage. So I'm going to add my lucky. I do 8 divided by 2, so it's 4. Plus 3 is 7. Plus 10, because I double the 5s. So 17 damage per. Plus I do 2 per token here. So I do enough to kill both of them. Bangity bang. I did that with an order attack. They're order enemies, so I don't get the bonus, but we do get this. It is the end of the combat. So we're going to switch to, it actually happens to be the end of the turn, no less. We're going to switch to, I have one more action token to do. He's dead. He's dead. Now we need to wander around the room and do stuff and slowly but surely get corrupted. It drives me crazy. We need to get loot and we need to use this thing. So we're going to use this thing now because we can at the last time. And we're going to use it to gain, he's going to gain 3 soul. 1, 2. I'm telling you, they're demons. They exist. They're going to come out. We're going to put these away. We're going to discard all of our cards. We don't discard our hand for some reason. I don't know why, but it's pretty explicit. These things all go away. Back into the box. Let's go in there. Her cards go away. I appreciate you guys watching this far. These playthroughs are challenging. This is only my second one ever doing it. Having to think and talk and remember all the rules, and this is not exactly a simple game. You know, I know I'm going a little slower. I'm sure I'm going slower. That said, it's a lot of fun to do. I'm enjoying this game a lot. We're going to keep those guys out because I'm going to figure out what the heck's else going on with this room. I had one more action on him, so we're going to do it. We're just going to move to here. And that way he can do those 3 things next turn. It is now the next turn. Dun, 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 dun. It's his turn. Everybody gets a corruption. Nobody's got poison and that fun stuff because nobody got pushed out of the room. We got pushed onto the passage miniature, but we didn't get pushed out of the room. So that was great. Tuscan is first. He's going to open this chest here. Oh, we have to get our loot. Okay. At the end of the combat, we get 2 equipment cards and 1 consumable card. Well, I mean, after that last equipment draw, there's just no way this one's going to compete. But we'll see. It could. So we get hammer balance. Wow, it's exactly as it says on the tin. Look at that. It's got 1 of everything. More dice is always good. But it's a 2-handed device. I'll need to think about it. 2-handed melee. Whenever an enemy or attacker dies, all others within 2 takes 10. Wow. And it's got 2 red. Some of these are astounding. I mean, just straight 10. It doesn't reduce by half. I mean, I'd have to give up my shield, which would mean you take a lot more damage. But if these guys are going to pierce my armor, I mean, come on. We will put that in our stash for now. And we will think about that at the next sanctuary. Draw a consumable card. So this is gain 1 corruption, draw 3 cards. Do not want. Trap. Fantastic. Okay, so I guess it means I just draw a trap token. Okay, I'll just draw a trap token. That makes sense. 1 damage, vulnerable. Okay. Fantastic. That just feels great. Now we've also got a thing.
On a table stained with blood of unknown origin, a parchment lies amid scattered scrolls and shattered vials. Unfolding it, you read the jagged script.
Comrades, luck is with you today. It's confirmed. Snake folks' hidden vaults are left unguarded. Trace the path I marked on this map. They say their alchemy turns lead into gold, and their trinkets are worth a fortune to the Cabal. Once you've grabbed the spoils, make for Asaria's capital. The cultists there will be waiting with coin in hand. We'll be making our move to the Temple of Mithra. The High Priestess is a trusting fool, ready to welcome any stray that comes seeking shelter. She'll open the door for us. That temple's riches will soon be lining our pouches, too. You'd better bring back less loot than we get from these holy fools, as there's plenty of hungry hands for a share. And if your haul outweighs ours, the first few rounds will be on you for letting you have the snakes.
A crude map slips from the letter's fold, sketching a route from the Viper Folk's subterranean city to Asaria, with the Temple of Mithra marked along the way.
All heroes serving Mithra gain 1 soul and -1 corruption as a threat to one of the Renda's temples. Fills them with a renewed sense of purpose. Okay, so we'll do that in a second. I forgot to get 2 corruption. 1, 2, because he got killed. He killed the guy standing on that thing. So Manueli gains a soul, loses a corruption. I approve. End of the interaction. While we're here, as his last action, he's going to, we're just going to keep track of these things. He's going to interact with the other chest. 1 consumable. We want gear. Gear! Heal 4. We're just going to drink it. Into the pile. 12. I'm playing this like I'm playing Diablo, where there's just health potions everywhere and you're just constantly banging the heal button. It might be wrong, but it sure feels good. Okay. So we've done the 2 chests. We've done the whole back wall. Now she's got to decide which way she wants to go. I think we want to talk to this person here. So she's going to move. 1, 2, 3. Interact.
You carefully untie the Viper Folk, noticing that, unlike others, she shows no signs of infection. She nods in gratitude, her voice tinged with age.
Thank you, young ones. I am Neltharas, curator of this chamber.
She hands you a small wooden box containing 2 potion bottles.
A token of my appreciation.
She says, her eyes studying you warmly. Turning to a cabinet, she retrieves a golden chalice from a hidden drawer and offers it to you.
Take this as well. It may serve you in your journey. My vows bind me to this place, so I cannot leave. But these gifts may aid you where I cannot.
She glances around at the scattered supplies and shattered shelves, sighing.
These thieves. They've damaged the passage to my chamber, and there's so much work ahead to restore it.
A tired gaze returns to you.
But I imagine you have little time to spend helping an old guardian tidy her quarters. Go well, and good luck.
All right, so 2 more consumables. 1, 2. I don't want either one. So we'll just leave them there for now. Thank you, but no thank you. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to take 1. Deal 4. And we're going to take this. Draw 1 card. This is sometimes really handy, because if I go looking for that empowered token, it's just that empowered card where I give a bunch of empowered tokens to Tuscan. There are times when that is really, it's just a colossal difference. If I can attack 3 and 4 enemies and do base 8 damage to them, that's just, it's a lot of damage he can put out. But he has to get wound up and powered up, and I have to get that early in the combat for it to be worth it. Okay, so that's that. We have 1 more token. 1, 2, And we're just going to go here, 3. And that's the end of her turn. We have an Amulet of Power. She gets her 3 action tokens back. Draws 3 cards, can't do anything with them. We are going to interact with Object E.
At this table lies a collection of books on alchemy and medicine. One of them opens, its faded ink revealing ancient words. Gold tarnishes and iron rusts, but the root of the nightshade and the seed of myrrh hold value that neither king nor blade may claim. The margins are filled with sketches of flowers and roots, each annotated with notes on their properties. The bone leaf grants clarity of vision, and the bloodberry restores fading breath. A passage further reads, "Our nature is venom and sinew, yet we draw out the poison within us, as we do from the world, transforming it with a knowledge to become a cure." Diagrams emphasize this duality. Poisons and fangs paired with vials and herbs, each labeled with care. No treasure rivals alchemical craft, no path purer than curing what ails.
So I do a mind test. Oh, I'm glad it's her doing it. Let's see what we get. We're going to use this white one because it's probably a little easier to see. So I've got 6 plus 6. Oh, yes, I succeed. I either gain -2 corruption or +2 soul. Oh yeah, -2 corruption. 1, 2. Okay, so that's it for that place. We are now done. Everyone's had their action. I still have one more of these guys. So we're going to use this. He's going to move here with his actions. He's not going to move into that room yet. Because we're going to dash over to that door. Actually, well, let's just count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, heck. 6. He's going to take it down. He's going to take a poison token. 1, 2. He's going to pop a door. And we're going to set up the next room. Door 2. Door 3. And while the audio is playing, I'm going to get the pieces out and set up the next one.
A sudden, blinding light forces you to shield your eyes. As your vision clears, an unexpected sight emerges. A lush oasis nestled within the heart of the temple. The sun's warmth brushes your skin, and for a fleeting moment, fresh air fills your lungs. A sharp contrast to the last days spent in shadow and decay. But the tranquility doesn't last. A low scraping sound rises from beneath the ground, and soon the source appears. Swarms of large scarabs skittering from nests burrowed under the roots of towering palm trees. Your presence has stirred them.
There's 14. We don't need these things, so we're going to put these guys back. So we have a whole new set of monsters. Thankfully, we don't have any more of those scary, they kill you from afar. They kill you. And we just drop these in here. Doo-ba-doo. And we're going to keep stacking up trays. Now we need 2s, lots of 2s. We're going to have passage tray 3 here. We've got 4 and 5. All right, so we're going to start hanging these guys up. So just hang right on here. And we're going to get 4. And we're going to get 5. We need 2 doors. I'm just going to set them on top rather than try and fit them in there. And I suppose that's what they're supposed to do, but that's Just a little weird to me. Okay. Okay, so here we are with our tray again. So we need 2s. We're going to need all of the 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4 initiative guys. Do the initiative pile. We've got our villain action cards. And back in there it goes, all nice and conveniently located. And we just need to grab all these guys. This goes back here. And we're just going to keep making a monster stack. Okay. This guy's there. Blue circles over here. This guy's there. I read, interestingly, you can't move diagonally past a wall. I thought that was a fascinating little subtle rule. Oh, runes. Great. Fantastic. This will be some sort of weird trappy thing. Okay, runes go back there. I'm having a hard time seeing on the iPad what that is. It looks like a little skull and bones thing. So doing this standing up. Oh boy, this can get a little challenging. I'm going to see how quickly I can drop all these tokens again. We are looking for pile of bones to go in the corner. There it is. And then we need 3 barrels. Barrel here. Gosh, I guess you could move the barrels. A barrel here. Can you move the barrels? And we need a barrel way over there. So we have lots of little special rules here. Let's work on that together. We have an Oasis Garden. When you enter this room for the first time, reduce each hero's corruption by 3. Well, golly, I approve. I went from, oh, I'm going to get corrupted instantly to I'm barely surviving. Palm trees, quest tokens. Your party can attack or deal damage to the palm trees as if they were enemies. If they take 5 or more, it falls. Deals 5 to all combats within, and then remove the respective quest tokens. At the end of each round, a scarab will crawl out from a nest under the palm tree, quest token. Roll a d20 to figure out which of it emerged. So there's a range. If it's still on the board, place the scarab. If all 4 scarabs are in play, the scarabs go into a frenzy instead. If all 4 scarabs are already in play, they do double damage. This trait will end only if all 4 palm trees are removed. I don't want to chop down these palm trees. Do I really have to chop down palm trees? 1 equipment cards and 5 consumable cards. Oh, yeah, okay. I can drink some healing potions. Well, scarabs aren't that dangerous, so we're going to probably mess around with this a little bit and just see how this goes. We're going to be taking corruption. We're going to be taking damage from the spikes. We're still trying to complete our quest here. All right, let's neaten this board up. What kind of madness is this? One, two, three, 4. No tokens. All right, we'll shuffle their moves. Oh, golly, I guess we have to chop down palm trees. Do not approve. Okay, Discard all of our cards, draw 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I have any advanced plans. We've got to get 1 corruption. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 corruption. No instance. The way the previous room was, Tuscan got here first. So we're going to play this as if Tuscan is by himself and Manuele is moving through the previous room. And so Manuele takes a damage. She's in the. She takes a poison token. Poison token. She's in the previous room. He's got his vulnerable token, which he's going to immediately cleanse off. Okay. What else do we need to do to get set up? That's it. So she will show up when her turn is here. And that simulates her moving to get there. Everybody's got 20 hit points. 2 green. 2 green. Green. All right, so this is going to be a kind of a pain, actually, now that I'm kind of starting to think this through. Because these guys plink away at us and do quite a bit of damage over time. Okay, especially since she's going to be poisoned this whole time. Because she's moving in from a room that's got poisoned. Because I didn't stage that correctly. Closest hero. The villain gains toughened. If it already has toughened, it does +3 damage instead. So the hex 3 goes 3. 1, 2, 3. That's as far as it can go. It can't attack because it doesn't have range. Right, so he gains toughened. This is that guy. Blue goes. He does 10, gains toughened. If it already has deafened, it does 3 more instead. So this is circle. Can't move diagonal past these things. Can't move through a palm tree. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's the end of his turn. Oh, he needs a token. All right. Now it's his turn. What can I do that's big and bad? Now would be a great time to have an AoE attack. What do you think? Let's look and see what we have. All combatants within 2. Here we go. Right there. That's going to be our attack. We're going to crit. Oops. Supposed to gain a corruption. And then we're going to do penance. Okay, so we did this, which costs us a soul. And we get +2, which guarantees a hit, essentially, because these guys only have a defense of 1. And does +2 damage to attack. And then we're going to do this as our second attack, which is 2 more corruption. 2. Because, you know, we didn't like having 0 corruption. Didn't like it at all. Okay. So what did we get? We got 5. So we definitely crit. We did 11. So 11 rounded down is 5. +2 is 7. I do double damage. So 7 plus 8 is 15. I add 3 and 3. So I do 21, which kills both of these guys. 1, 2. Bam, bam. I killed them with a chaos attack. And they are order 1, so I get double bonus on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally remembering to do that correctly. I get 1 for each one I killed, plus 1 for each one I killed with an opposite side attack. Because I'm next to them and I killed them, their order. So I get 1, 2. So I might actually get to 10 souls here and then stay there and just use the extra souls as healing. Because I don't like being that low on him, especially if I'm dealing with guys that can hit for 34. I also do enough damage to kill this palm tree, as sad as it is. Then I'm going to use penance. Take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. That's the end of his turn. Okay. And well, he doesn't show up yet, so we're going to collect up our 3 tokens. We're going to discard our cards. And we're going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2. We're going to use an action to gain an invigorated token. Don't know why I haven't been doing that sooner. But at the end of my turn, I gain 2 hit points. So, you know how I love me some healing. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We have an aura. We haven't actually been using our auras at all. I probably want to do that. Just because these things don't have very much hit points, and that will do at least a little bit. I could also gain this, which would protect me. I don't have anything to hit. Is there anything I... 1. Oh, I could get... No, I can only move 1. Okay. So we're going to play this, and we're going to move straight ahead. Because we're going to play this one, and we're going to do that. And we're basically going to go straight ahead, and we're going to just bang the living heck out of that green guy. So I took purple hexagon off. Sorry, blue hexagon's off. You're off, because you didn't, I mean, even with the toughened token, you didn't have enough defense. Okay. Let me keep these things updated, because I'm so busy playing the game, I'm not paying attention to the game. This is still on the board. That's off. Still on the board, that's off. And they're going to be back if I'm not lickety-split about it. So I can move 4. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to play that I can move through these barrels. I don't know if I can or not. I haven't seen anything that says barrels are blocking, but that's what we're doing. So I'm going to do this one where I take a damage. And for each one I do, I'm going to do plus 2 damage. And then I'm going to hit him. Take a soul, I take a corruption. And off we go. So I'm going to do dice. Hooray. So I do 2, which is not enough to crit, but I do get myself a corruption because why not? I do plus 2 for each, plus 2 for each. I moved 3, so that's 3 times 2 times 4 is 12, 15, a hit for 21, 24. So 24 damage on green circle, minus 2 for the guard, still not enough, minus 2 for the toughness, he dead. I killed him with an order, which gives me, I killed him with a power 1, but these guys are order 1, so that's equal to, I get 2 there. When Manueli shows up, we're going to burn that stuff up, and we're going to keep our stuff down. She's probably going to just go nuts, and, well, I don't even know what she's going to do. So, because I don't want her to change, I don't want either of them to change demons yet. We're going to put this token away. There, I managed to snap it in for you guys. That's the end of his turn, I believe. Do I do anything else? Oh, I gain 2. Because I have this empowered token. And I don't want to kill that last guy Because if I do that, that empowered token is going to stop doing its thing. But she needs to get, I'm sorry, the invigorated token is going to stop doing its thing. She needs to get on the board. Now her turn. She shows up. Bam. She's going to have taken 2 hit points the previous turn. What can she do? She wants to heal. Right. So I'm going to play this instant. This says Soul -3. The targeted ally may split this cost with you. Double all positive condition tokens on the target. There's no range. I don't feel an urgent need to transform. And we're going to get another one of these guys. Now, I'm going to interpret this card as implicitly implying, oh, it actually specifically states, ignoring token limits. Normally, you can only have 1 token of each type. So that's my first thing I'm going to do. As the second thing I'm going to do, I need to get within range 1 of the Munchkin, and I can't do it. So I have Healing Touch. This is the only heal I have at the moment, so I can't quite get there. So we're going to pretend we started here, and we're going to interact, because we are just loot monsters. And I get a consumable. Healing Potion. All right. We're going to use our last action to clear this healing potion, this consumable here, and I'm going to draw a card into my hand. And off we go. I don't know if that's strictly by the rules. It's not really clear. So that's the end of her turn. She takes 2 damage. Scarab. So I don't really want to kill the scarab yet. So he's going to go the closest here is move 5. Heal this villain the amount of damage lost by the target. So he's going to do 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack him now. Bad news for him because I've got a gazillion green dice. And I block all of your damage. I do. I block 7 points of damage. We can keep these guys up here. So that's the end of that. Now we have 1 more of these guys this turn. I've got Tuscan up there. Tuscan's going to take another swing. Collects all of this stuff up. Discards his cards. I'm actually really pleased that they gave us big premium sleeves for these things because you shuffle these cards a lot in this game. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I want to see if I can chop down those 2 palm trees. As sad as that is, where's my cleave? No. All right. You can do 3 damage plus whatever I roll. I can do that. Oh. All combatants within 2. I don't want to kill that thing yet, though, because then I lose my tokens and I want to heal. Oh. Do I have to do 5 damage? Does it say? If a palm tree takes 5 from a single source. Oh, hey, you guys were clever. You thought that one through, so I can't do my tricky trick. Okay. Bam. Okay, so we're going to hit the palm tree. We're going to move. Step 1. So we're going to move away from this guy here. 1, 2. The reason I'm doing it is that way I can get over there and interact with whatever the heck that pile of bones is. And then we're going to attack, take 2 damage. We do range 5, gain a guard token. I don't use these very often, but There they are. I need to start paying attention to that. I don't use them very often. They're specific to this class, and I may remove a guard token to change the target of an enemy to me if possible. And whenever I'm attacked, I take -1 hit point per guard token, and then I remove 1 guard token. So if I had like 4 or 5 of them on me, I could reduce a bunch of damage, and then I'd start peeling them off. So I have the ability to stack a bunch of them on. Like, for example, I can gain a guard token, and I can spend an extra one to gain 2. I might just, maybe I'll just do that because he's kind of getting beat up and I need to keep him alive. But I kind of also want to interact and I'm greedy. You know what? We're gonna play defensively for once in my life. So we're gonna use this. We're gonna gain another guard token. And this automatically hits, does it? Yeah, because it has no defense. So this palm tree's dead. Bye, palm tree. So sad. I don't like this room. That's the end of his turn. He's going to gain 4 hit points. So now we're up 12. Long, slow road back to 60. As in, never going to happen. That's the end. So we're going to reset the beginning of the order. It's Tuscan. Yeah, this scarab is just in big trouble. Okay. Tuscan. So we roll a d20. We got a 5. So 5 is red. Okay. The red one looks orange to me. Oh, it's red on the other side. Okay, well that's interesting. So this is one side. That's the other. And maybe it's not going to show up so well on the camera, but boy, this looks red, the other side looks orange. So we're going to flip it over here. So we're going to spawn one on red. And we're going to pick green circle. Oh, I guess I should have left them in order. We'll give the scarabs a fighting chance. We had 2 ahead of Tuscan. I should have taken them out of order. That way the initiative order would have changed. End of the turn. Everybody discards their cards, draws new ones, takes a corruption. Okay, takes a corruption. 1, 2, 3. These guys all get discarded. I guess I should have put that other effect out too. I had an aura that would reduce damage. Scarab. Everybody took a corruption. Yeah, I'll make sure I do that correctly. Closest hero. Villain gains toughened, does 4 damage, moves 3. If he's already got toughened, it does +3 instead. I vote you died so you don't have toughened. So that's green. You're going to gain toughened, which means I need to tap you a little bit harder to kill you. You're going to do 4 damage to the dude with 5 green dice. Oh, he's going to roll all blanks. Wow, look at that. So I take 1 damage. Tuscan's turn. Bad news. Change the target. Next attack. Flanking. I can't ever flank with this. Just never can get these flankings to work with these characters. I have 1 ranged and 1 melee. It's just never going to happen. Need to just get rid of all flanking stuff. I'm ever hopeful. Oh, this is interesting. So I +1 guard token or that. So I would gain. I would just do straight 2 damage. That's not so helpful. Plus whatever I rolled. That's per ally nearby. That doesn't help me. Oh, this is handy. This does 6. You move 3. So we're going to do that. It's going to add 2 damage to it because I upgraded it. Got to reroll. Okay. We're going to move. I might not have anything else to do this turn. Oh, actually, because I'm greedy, we're going to interact first. And this is kind of a weird little thing about this game, but you can interact with stuff like in the middle of combat. And who knows what this is going to do? Watch it spawn a skeleton monster or something.
As you examine the pile, you recognize the unmistakable shape of viper folk skulls and their scattered remains.
Oof. D20 plus luck. Yeah, not going to succeed at this one, I can tell you that's for sure. Here comes the Skeleton King. 15. I needed a 17. Well, darn it. That was my first action. I interacted. Now I'm going to move 3. So I'm going to move 1. I don't really want to go any further than that. Yeah, luck 17. That's never going to happen. Attack goes off. Oh boy. I didn't mean to do so much damage, I promise. Okay, so I did 4. They have a defense of 3, so I crit even. Oh, please don't kill them both. Oh. Okay, if I kill them both, I'm going to reroll. As sad as that is. So I did 8 times 2 is 16. 19. 21. 22. You're toughened. -2. Still kills them both. So we're going to reroll. Don't have. Did that. Get this. This cost me a thing. I'm going to reroll these 2. Okay. So how much do I do now? 6, 7, 14, 17. Oh, targets take half. Okay, let's do the math again. We've got 6, 7, 14, 16, 19. Now they're still dead. Oops. No, this didn't help. I killed them. 1, 2. Oh, hey, before I do that, we have to do this first. So we're going to take 5 corruption off. We're going to gain 4 souls. 1, and then plus 1 hit point for each soul. 1, 2, 3. See why we did that? She's going to take 4 off. And she's going to gain 4 souls. Okay, now they're dead. Bam. I killed them with an order attack. Chaos attack, because you see a little symbol. I quadruple kabilled them. So that's another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody dead. He gains 4 hit points. It's now, is this end of combat? It is end of combat. There's no enemies alive. So this token falls off. This token falls off. So I guess it's both good and bad. We're going to be drawing cards and shuffling and drawing cards and shuffling and everything else. And I kill this tree. Okay, his turn's done. Manueli's turn. She's got a 1, 2, 3. So all we've got is movements. And suddenly I desire to have equipment with additional movement on it. Movement 1. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I don't like that. That hurts. 1, 2, 3. Let me make sure I read the rules on moving past the terrain. I think I take damage every time I move past. And I should have done that with him, and I need to take a bunch of damage on him. Where did I put the rules? There's a specific example in here. Crossing a corner results in taking damage the same way. The same way as what? Moving diagonally through a corner. Oh, there's all sorts of diagonal stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop after this room. Actually, you know what? All my devices are running out of power. Whenever I enter a square with fire or spikes, it takes 1 damage. Entering multiple times during a turn of one such square will apply damage each time, even if it's the same square. Combatants that start and end their turn inside this harmful square will take 1 damage. So let's do the math, because it also says if I move diagonally past one, I take damage. So I was here. This is 1, 2, that's diagonally past. So that's a damage. 3, that's not through. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to interact. I get a consumable. Good, because I'm going to be drinking healing potions. Remove all poison tokens on you. Okay, heal 4. And Welly does almost all of her healing with healing potions, and then Majigger does all of his healing with or with invigoration tokens. It's kind of an interesting little side effect. Okay, now. And thump, down goes the overhead camera. It's out of power. We're going to call the video here. I don't think you guys really need to see me wander around a room chopping down the last palm tree as I kill another bug or two. Nothing really else happens in this room, but the next room, I looked at the picture, the map, and it's going to be a banger. It's got a little mini boss in it, and there's all sorts of scary traps in it. It's going to be good stuff. So there you go. I'm looking forward to that, and hope you guys are too. Like and subscribe, and look forward to seeing you on the flip side.